there, everybody, and welcome back to the Whole Bucket, or welcome if this is your first time. Today is day 19 of Defemmerember, your daily dose of ephemera inspiration in December. It has prompts. Today's prompts are fabric and page tab. I'm going super literal with this one. I have gone literal with a lot of them. I wish I was more creative in this Defemmerember stuff, but I haven't been all that creative. But that's okay. It's my first time participating. It's my first time filming this much stuff. It's my first time posting this much stuff. So, you know what? This has been an adventure in a lot of different things, in a lot of different ways. So I don't mind that, you know, things aren't quite as lovely as I'd like them to be. It's an idea book in the end anyway, right? I am also doing a snack. They are also doing a snack. They being the hosts of Defemmerember. Where are they on here? They're not. Barbara at 49 Dragonflies and Louisa Heinzel at Louisa Heinzel on YouTube. And they are doing a snack time. I'm also doing a snack time. I chose to do this English Tea Shop Advent Calendar. And let's see what our tea for today is. 19. I like the color of the package. It's pretty. Let's see what kind of tea we get for today. Super berries. That sounds good. That sounds right up my alley. I don't know what super berries are. I mean, I'm just used to regular berries. Naturally caffeine-free South African rooibos tea. I never did know how to pronounce that. And hibiscus combined with the explosive fruity flavors of red berries. Boy, my eyes are having a tough time with that. Herbal tea, beetroot, spearmint, strawberry, blueberry, and raspberry. Huh, okay. Okay. That's an interesting combo. Let's get that steeping in my little, hot, ow. The lid is hot. Yikes. I may have gone a little crazy with heating my water today. Yikes, man. Yikes. That is really crazy hot. I need a oven mitt. A makeshift oven mitt. Okay. Well, that was a little insane. And I have my 2 mini chocolate chip cookies because I ran out of my macaron. I don't know why I find it necessary to say that all weird, but I do. Okay, so fabric and page tab is for today. And I'm kind of going off the Defemmerember rails in that I'm not really making stuff for my inspiration book or my idea book, right? I am going to be making something that is an idea for an upcoming project I have. I have a custom order for a journal. And I have an idea for it. And it's not like it's a big idea. It's very simple. But it kind of fits into this fabric page tab. And I heard Barbara today. I saw her video for this day already. And Louisa's too. But Barbara said she called Louisa because she just didn't know what to do about a fabric page tab and wasn't feeling inspired. And I don't remember what their animal was, but she didn't know how to... Oh, it's the snail. And she didn't know how to fit that in. And Louisa pointed out that it doesn't say a fabric page tab. It says fabric and page tab. Okay, that's true. That means you don't have to combine them. Very true. I'm combining them. I'm making fabric page tabs. Boring. Oh, good grief, boring. Okay, and I don't know what I'm going to use the paper that I have for today, and I don't know what I'm going to do with an animal for today. Oh, and we have a peacock. And for Peacock Day, I have a piece of peacock ribbon. I have a bunch of stuff sitting over there for the days that are still to come. I have too much stuff sitting over there for the days to come. I may have to take care of some of that stuff. Start getting it put away. But okay, it's Peacock Day, and I have a piece of peacock ribbon, and I have this paper, and actually I don't hate the colors with the peacock, and let's turn it over and see if that goes too. Kind of. So I could just make another journaling card, but that's boring. I've been making a lot of journaling cards. I have noticed something about Defemember that's really not working for me, and I have to tackle it because I want to participate again next year, because I'm already anticipating that of course they're going to do it again, and I have to make it work better for me. And that is that I don't have, oh, well, I'll talk about it later. Whatever. Anyway, let's get on with today's project, because there's some drawing time that will be required for today. So here's all I'm going to do. I found this strip of paper. I found this strip of fabric. And then this lace that I bought not too terribly long ago, and I don't know what to do with it really. But here's what I want to do. I want to make 3 page tabs, and I just want to glue this. I just want to glue these little sections of this lace that I cut out to this fabric, and then end up with the fabric being a background, and I can fold them in half and have them be page tabs. I think I might have said that confusing, so if I did, don't stress out too much, because I will make sense of it in just a little bit here. But there's my idea. That's all there is to it. That's all I have formed in my head so far. This is the piece that goes in between each one of these sections, right? And I ended up with cutting those off, so I think I'm going to figure out how to also use those. Possibly, in fact, I would say more than possibly, probably as poles for tags, because then this stuff would all match, wouldn't it? So let's get on with the gluing and get some glue down on this so that we can get this drying, and then we'll think about the other stuff. You know what? I am so excited about today's tea because it's only been steeping for, well, minutes, just a few minutes, and it already smells delicious. I should have checked how long I put it in, but I never do, so what difference does that make? 1 2.5 inch wide, and this piece is 1 3/4 wide. I don't know why I care. Let's just scoot this over so that the center line is obvious to me, because I am center line challenged. So I'm gonna do a trick that I saw. I'm gonna put some glue on the back of my hand and spread it around a little bit. And I saw that this is a good way to get glue on things like lace, because then you just lay it in there, right? And it's going to get glue all over it, and then you just kind of drag it through there. And it's going to get glue in all the right places. I'm I'm going to get that kind of straight. I'm going to do it kind of fast so I can get all 3 of them in one handful of glue. Okay. Lay it in there, kind of drag it. I don't know if the dragging is necessary, but I want to make sure it's got glue. Eyeballing's fine, just going to get these as straight as I can. Just scoot this down a little and get the last one. Okay. And about like there-ish. And about like there-ish. And press that down. I don't think that one's gonna work. That one's got almost no glue on it. Guess what? I did not get away with a one-hand glue. Okay, spread it out again. Okay, try that again. And smoosh it around a little bit. Drag it through the glue. I think it's got plenty on now. And there we go. Ah, maybe not. Come on. Stick to the cloth, not to me. Stick to the cloth, not to me. Okay. Now, I'm just going to rub all this glue right off my hand, because if you rub it around, it will dry, and then it will ball up, and then it will be gone. See? No problem. No problem. Also, it's probably a good exfoliator. Right? I think so. All right. There we go. I am deglued. Unfortunately, it feels like this is just not gonna stay. Fortunately, I have a product I can use. I could use Collage Podge, couldn't I? I'm going to use Collage Podge. I have another product I could use that stiffens fabrics. But you could use starch, and you could use that other project, and you can use Collage Podge. So I'm going to use Collage Podge, and then we're going to wait for this to dry. So this could take a while. I might have to use tea time and pause time for this project. We'll see. Oh, I got fur stuck to my paintbrush. Silly girl. Okay, let's spread this out. I'll get it as thin as I can and still get it pretty even and secure, so we don't have a terrible wait time. But we do have some other things to look at, some other things to do, and some tea to try. So it might not be too bad. Let's swirl it around to get it in those little crevices. That really works. I was kind of just having fun, but it's kind of working. Really getting it in all the little spots, right? So the only reason I want to get it even and all over the fabric is because it does kind of change the color of a fabric, and I don't want it to change the color of some parts and not others, because I'm kind of picky that way. I mean, most of the time you'd like that, wouldn't you? To have some variation, texture, and some, you know, a look of different aging and stuff, but I'm kind of a weirdo about that stuff. I have to have everything even Steven. I'm not as adventurous as I should be if I'm going to call myself an artsy person. Or a creative. I follow too many rules. If you're doing this kind of stuff, don't follow rules. Go outside the rules. Okay. Let's set that aside. We're just going to let that dry. And then we're going to turn it into page tabs. Let's get the Collage Podge out of here and look at this card and see what we're going to do. So I kind of want to make another card, another journaling card, but I kind of want to make something different because I've done it entirely too many times with this project, made journaling cards. And I kind of want to make a big fat belly band, just stupid easy, just with this paper and this ribbon, either that way or this way. This way, I think. Look how much it brings out the gold in here. Okay, so here's my idea is I'm gonna make, let's just do all of it. So let's just do all of it. We can make all kinds of projects with one set of stuff. So I'll put the peacock right there. He's gonna wait a bit. And I am going to now glue this. I'm gonna glue this right down to the paper. Right down the center, I think. Or maybe over here. See, I'm having a problem going over here though, because remember my cat just wrecked my paper. Oh, crazy cat. Crazy beasties. What about like that? What about like this? Or this? Not that. That's too much of the cat damage. Not enough leaves. I like the leaves. Don't bother. I think I'll just stick with the middle. I don't know. I don't know. Now is the hour of my discontent, apparently. I didn't know that. I'm going to get the paper wet. And then I'm going to put liquid glue on it. And then I'm going to squish it with the ribbon. Why am I doing that? So that I can try to get the glue that's actually kind of goopy, it's a gel glue, to spread out fairly even and give me a little bit of dry time. I don't know about that. It's already looking like it's drying up. I'll add a little more water. Alright, there we go. Could have used Mod Podge for this too, really, but I didn't. I did this instead. So, I mean, I'm learning. So I guess I will be learning which one would have worked better. But there we go. Okay, so that is glued up. I'm going to line this up pretty straight with the grid on my cutting mat so that I can try to make sure the ribbon is fairly straight. And I think I'm going to line it up right here with the 7-inch mark. There we go. Okay. There we go. And I'm just gonna, when it dries, we'll see what I'm gonna do, but I'm actually going to think I'm going to full ruler width just cut this because I want to fold it over, fold it under so that it's stronger. So I'm going to just leave this extra wide border bit. And then when this dries, I will fold it under. I'm gluing my ruler to the paper. And I think I want this to be about, how long do I want this to be? I want this to be about 7.5 inches long. 7.5 to 3/4. And I really like this one on the bottom, so I want to make sure I have that. But I really like the one on the top too. I mean, they're the same really, but where do I want the bestest peacock feather to be? Probably on the top. I'm going to make the top even right away. Let's get that ruler back out. Let's make the top even Steven with the paper to start with. That'll be our starting point. And maybe I'll change it, and maybe I won't. Who knows, right? And I cut it uneven. Of course I did. So let's do that again and try to get it cut straight. Let's put it right there. Let's trim a little bit off. There we go. And then I want this to be 7.5 to 8 inches long. So let's just do that. 7.5. I'm going to have to switch it, but this will help me see what it's going to look like. 7.5 would be right there. That's actually really nice. I like that. 8 would be right there. 8.5, 8.25, and I think I kind of like it, but I don't need that. What if I split the difference? What if I go 7 3/4 because that's what I do. I'm gonna do that. 7 3/4 it is. So I'm going to line this up and chop it up. Chop it to bits right now. Okay. This is wired ribbon, so that was probably not real great for my rotary blade. That's probably not an ideal thing to do. Don't do what I do. Okay, so then I'm going to, let me figure out where this edge is and where do I want to fold it. Remember, I don't know if you've watched my other videos. If you have, you already know this. I am a terrible person at waiting for things, and I really should be waiting till this dries more before I carry on, and I'm just not. I'm just carrying on. And it could be that I end up being very, very sorry. So there is the spot where the ribbon ends. 1, 2 spots over is all I think I'm gonna go. That's gonna be my fold spot right there. Let's turn this around, and I have to scoot it a little bit, and then 1, 2 spots over again. And right there is my fold spot. Yikes. It's glued, it's wet, it's weak, and I just don't move on to other things. I just keep fussing. I'm fussing. Alright, let's fold that over. So here is my intent. Yipes. That will probably get trimmed a bit before this is all over. There we go. Before this is all over, this is likely to get trimmed. I'm not going to glue down this bit back in the back. I'm just going to get these folds in place and take a look at what I got and let it dry. So this is what I'm going for right here. And then, oh gosh, it looks like I didn't get the folds very even. I'm not happy with the sides. This side looks so much fatter than this side. I did something wrong. I think this is adjustable though. I'm not going to try to adjust the other side because this is seriously soggy and weak. And I just have a feeling I'm going to rip it apart if I keep fussing. So I'm not going to fuss with that side. Well, that looks more even anyway. I'm happier with that. I'm happier with that. There we go. Now, when this does dry better, I will be edging the paper. It's glued to my mat. Yikes. So I will be edging the paper. I usually do it with a very neutral color, so it might be in black, it might be in vintage photo. I might be daring though and get out like my gold metallic paint marker and paint metallic edge down the side, or maybe I could find some peacock color glitter and do a glitter down the side to match some of the feathers, parts of the feathers. I don't know, but yeah, we could do all kinds of stuff. Okay, let's let that piece dry, and our other piece is drying. And now let's take a look at what we have left. We have a peacock, and we have some paper bits, and we have some lace bits. I don't want to waste any of this stuff. Can we do a peacock tag? How about if we do a multi-layered peacock tag? Let's see if I can find. Yes, I can. Oh, something I haven't hit on myself yet. Black cardstock. So what if we take black cardstock and a chunk of this paper and a fussy cut or a not so fussy cut peacock picture and make a tab out of the or a tag out of the whole thing, and then put what? How about, oh, now I'm going real fancy. Now I'm going real fancy, people. What if we put a tea-dyed paper on the back of the tag? Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of papers in this one tag. But I'm going to do it because I'm gonna. First thing, let's cut out the peacock. This actually might be the decider for how I edge the paper with the belly band. Although this tag is not going to go in the belly band. It's going to have to go in a pocket because it's going to have a top pull. And what good is a top pull in a vertical belly band? I mean, it's none. It's no good at all. So we're going to have this guy, and we're going to have him sitting here. And maybe he needs, could he maybe have some fabric behind him? I mean, what good would that do? Any at all? I'm not sure. I'm going to cut the metal off though. I don't need the wire in there. And then I'm going to fray up the edges if I can, because I don't like such even cut edges. It's just not as attractive as it can be. So if this all gets made and I pull this all off today, then this makes a whole suite of products that all match each other. I will end up being short a pocket though, won't I? I really feel like I might have to make a pocket too. Okay. All right. I have so much glue on my hands. I am glued. I am glued. All right. So we have this guy. There we go. We have this guy. We have another piece that we could put behind there. Let me cut the wire off of this one and do some fraying. Because I don't like any straight lines, because straight lines are just boring. Who likes straight lines? I apologize to all of you people who like straight lines. I believe I apologized to all the straight line people yesterday too. There's nothing wrong with straight lines, and if straight lines are your favorite, I apologize. I'm just trying to be encouraging to myself. All right, there are two pieces of fabric we can use with this guy, and we need a color to outline him with. And you know what? I'm going to be super boring and use black because I want things kind of striking. Really, I want things kind of striking. So, yeah, this is an archival ink. I don't know whether it's dye or pigment. I never really remember or understand the difference, but this is the one that does not react with water. So I'm putting it on a little bit fuzzy, but it will not be changeable. I mean, this could be a huge mistake, because usually I like things that are changeable, because then when I make mistakes, I can fix them. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. We have a peacock. He is rather striking. I'm going to have to keep the black out because other things will also be outlined in black. We have two pieces of fabric. How tall of a tag should we make? You know what? I'm just going to cut the, I'm just going to get the trimmer from over here. I have it buried under all the stuff for the next several days of December. Oh, there we go. So I'm just going to cut, I'm going to cut it about here-ish. Let's make a tag that's about this big. Oh, better keep that too. We're going to need it. So we're going to need a tag about this big. And let me mark where I want to cut this, because we're going to put a border around this paper. Let me see. A white pencil would be lovely. So let's cut this about right here and about right here. Yeah, I like that. That's fine. That's fine. Let's set this stuff aside. Bring the trimmer back. And right here. Don't need that piece anymore. And about right there, and we don't need that piece anymore. And then I'll bring back the pieces. You know what I need, and I don't know where I put it. Really, I'm getting a little carried away with how much stuff I'm hiding on myself. Okay, we need a glue stick. That's what we need. I'll just pull out a new one. So, first things first. I'm going to take this piece that we just cut out from the black cardstock, and I'm going to glue stick the whole gosh darn thing. You're my squeaky chair. Okay. There we go. Glue stick the whole gosh darn thing and glue it down to the corner of this tea-dyed paper. This glue stick lets me move it around a little bit. It's very nice. It's a very friendly glue stick. And then with everything paper to paper, it's super permanent. I have pushed its limits and had it not work out great. But totally my fault, because I try to use it on things that, you know, glue stick really just isn't gonna work. No matter how permanent it is, it's not permanent with everything, you know? But when I'm doing paper to paper, I don't go any other way. The biggest reason is because if I'm doing something like I'm doing right this very minute, where I want the back of this card to be right on a bowl, I don't want to create ridges with the glue. And regular glues, like my gel glue or like any liquid glue, can totally leave ridges. I'm going to bring the trimmer back because there is a tiny hairline right here that needs to be trimmed. That was uneven, and I can trim. I can trim off the excess tea-dyed paper. Oh, goodness sakes, I'm yawning. No yawning. We're not done. We're not done. Okay. Looks good. Nope. Must not quite be even. So we're just going to move it in and get a little bit more off of there. There we go. Nice clean line. Let's get this smidge off in the center of this. Just a hairline trim. Just love this trimmer. Are all guillotine trimmers like that? Because I have to admit that I have another Fiskars trimmer that is not a great product. But Fiskars, I have great scissors by Fiskars, and this guillotine trimmer is amazing. I love this thing. Okay, so we now have a mat for our card, and we have tea-dyed paper, and we have a background, and we're going to start doing some more. I'm going to start doing some more edging. So I want this edged in black. Oh, I almost forgot a step. That's all right. I'll get that in a second. So here's the step I forgot. I want this to be a tag-shaped tag. So I have to cut off the corners. I think this is going to be the top. So I'm going to cut off the corner about like that. And then you just flip it around like if you were going to fold the paper in half, only you're just grabbing the corner. Flip it over. Jeez Louise. Come on, lady. There we go. And then I will use this same bit so that the angle is the same on this piece. I think this is going to end up deeper than I want it to be, but it's okay. It's okay. Oh, and then I forgot you have to flip it. Flip. Not twist. Flip. There we go. There we go. Okay, now let's do some more inking. Now we gotta do some more inking. then I want to do the same black inking around the journaling side of the tag. Okay, I like that. That's all we need for that. I'm not going to put the ink away yet because who knows? We might still need that. Now, that actually looks kind of nice too. Do I want that this time? No. No, I liked the other way better. Never mind. Never mind. And I have it on the wrong side anyway. Silly girl. Now try it. Now check. No, I'm not sure. Try it this way. Yeah, it goes this way. Okay. Always gotta check. Always gotta check. I have a friend who I am hoping will do a little project with me where we put together identical kits of stuff and then make a journal or ephemera or some project, but make the same project out of the same pile of stuff and see what we get out of it. The differences and similarities of what ends up getting made would be so fun. And I've been wanting to do that with somebody for a while now. And I have a friend who says, yeah, let's do that. So, oh shoot. I have this glued down and I don't like where it is. Right. I have some trimming to do. Let's just do it. I'm just gonna do it like that. Like that. And the other side. I knew I was doing it kind of wonky. Just knew I was. I just knew it. And now it looks like I should trim down this side a little bit. So let me grab the trimmer and just a hairline down the side again, just to get it a little closer to even Steven. Too much or better? Too much. Now we're going to go even tinier hairline on this side. Okay. I'm stopping now. I'm stopping. I could whittle away the whole card before I was happy. But look what we did. Now I cut off the outline all over this gosh darn thing. Okay, there we go. Now let's see what we can do with two pieces of the peacock type fabric. I think that one's kind of screaming to be down there. And is this one kind of screaming to be up here? Maybe. So then the idea is to take one of these, oh look at me, I'll twist it up, I'm sorry. So then the idea is to take one of these leftover lace pieces and turn it into the pull for this tag, like that. And I'm not in love with this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And I'll tell you why. I'm gonna do this anyway because I certainly can sit and overfuss forever. And it is an idea book. So I have to remember, or I have to start teaching myself how to not overfuss so much. So I think I'm going to go with this right here. I'm liking this. Am I liking this? Gosh darn me. I'm liking, okay, I like that better. I want this down here. Okay, I'm going to hold this in place. and just get a little bit of glue under here. And a little bit of glue under the top one, so I can get them fixed together. And then we can turn this over and put glue on the whole thing. I'm just gonna glue stick the paper part. Whoa. Hey girl, watch it. I'm wrecking my own design, guys. That's so like me. Don't be careful. Don't wait for things to dry. Don't practice patience. Why would I do any of those things? I just want to be done. I just like finished products and the creative process and just see what happens. Okay, now I'm going to put some of the gel glue on the fabric part. And let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. For one thing, this one twisted more than the other one did. I don't see how or why, but it did. Rawr. Okay. And we're just going to... Oh, shoot. Shoot. I see what my problem is. I forgot that the peacock picture is at an angle. Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm fine with this, sort of-ish. I say I'm fine with it, and then I just keep fussing. Okay. Not happy with what I did there. I made some mistakes. Mistakes were made, people. All right, let's get this in place anyway. So I am going to, no, not glue stick. I'm going to do glue on one side of the whole thing. Really, the back of the hand and the dragging it through thing should be done with this too. It would work much better, but I'm getting frustrated with myself, so I'm not doing things the way I should. Let's fold this in half, just at the flower part, and then we'll have the other part go down onto the card. There we go. There we go. It's glued to my hands. So I was going to say earlier, and then I said I'll talk about it later, that I have discovered a problem with, if I remember, for me, is that I don't have enough finishing bits readily around me. And what I mean by that is this card is not, to me, it's not a finished product. Because it just, I mean, it looks like exactly what it is. It looks like I cut out a piece of fabric and a picture of a peacock and I stuck it to another piece of paper. When a card is actually done, for me, I like it to look like more of a finished product. And for me, I mean, I understand that that's a subjective thing, right? But what it means for me to look like a finished product is that the details are met. There's balance, there's repetition of pattern and color, there are small details that have been added and seen to. This is sticking to me more than it's sticking to the paper, so we're gonna have to use a clamper. Okay, so like this doesn't look good over here to me. The height of the peacock paper and this piece of ribbon fabric are too close together and don't look good to me. So the balance is off, the color is off, the background is off, and it has no small details. I'm still going to call this done for the Defemember project because this will go in my idea journal just fine, and it will remind me of different things that I can do for backgrounds and for tab pulls and all sorts of things, right? It will remind me of all kinds of things that I want to remember for making journals and things to go in journals. It, like a lot of other things, it's not a finished project to me. So, with that said, let's set him aside and let him dry a bit, and let's pull out our tea. What is it called again? Superberry? And it's still super hot, so I'm going to pull up my little, what have you. Oh, look at that color. Look at that color. How pretty. My little doily that I got in my Your Creative Studio box. All right. What do we think of Superberry? Oh, I think that's my favorite yet. I think this is my favorite yet. Oh, that's wonderful. Can't really taste the spearmint in there, just like the mint that was in the tea last night. It's really more of a coolness at the back of your throat than it is an actual mint flavor. So this one has spearmint in it. And I can certainly tell that it's there, but I wouldn't call it a spearmint flavor. Let's see if it goes with chocolate chip cookies. I don't know. Oh, no, wait. I'm going to bring it back. Let's dunk a cookie. So then I'll have a Superberry chocolate chip cookie. Now, to me, that sounds wonderful. We'll see. Okay, watch. I mean, what do you mean watch? Weirdo. Yep. That's really good. Okay, so snack time. Snack time was delicious today, guys. Delicious. Quick. Entirely too quick. So this has definitely not dried, as you can see. Let's see how the other one is doing. This is doing all right, but definitely not dry. So I think what I'm going to do is pause the filming right now and then come back after I've used a bit of a heat gun and gotten this a little drier so that we can see what the finished product's going to look like. And I forgot that my my gold paint marker is drying out. I don't know if I can do gold, so I'm going to look for a color that we're going to edge this with too. So I will be back in just a minute with some things that are dry and some better supplies. Okay, hello. I am back, and I have done a little bit of drying, and I have chosen a color. So let's just move forward with what we were doing. I have chosen a color for edging on here, and it's just a peacocky kind of color. So that's all I'm gonna do here. I did have some other ideas that I toyed with a little bit, but they might be right for the suite of products that I am going to end up with here, but they're not right for the edging on here. So this ink one, this ink right here is the winner. And why wouldn't it be? I mean, look at that. It's a perfect match. Perfect. Perfect match. There we go. Okay, I need to get some more ink on this fabric. of the ribbon. There we go. And this end as well. Okay, there we go. That's that. And we're gonna, oh my gosh, look how much I chopped that up. That must be the wire in the ribbon. It just ate up that pad. Ugh. All right. Let's see now. We need the rotary cutter back, and we're going to figure out where exactly to trim these. It looks like about a 1/2 inch there. And if I did a 1/2 inch there, it's almost in the middle. Hey, I might have done this pretty good. We'll see. I didn't even pay attention to how far apart they were. And if it was a nice, even, going to end up with a nice, even product. That looks a little wider than it needs to be. So let's just scoot over a little bit. Okay, there's one. And yeah, that one's way less than 1/2 inch. So let's go about right there-ish. About right there-ish. And then the last one, better not put it up there, that would be silly. And this one's a little under 1/2 inch too, so let's do about can't see. There we go. About right there-ish. Or so. All right. That is that. And I am going to pull out the journal I've been using. And I'm not going to glue these in because these are not exactly done. I think I would trim them a little better and maybe make rounded corners, but I'm not sure yet. What I want to do is open this up to any old page. This page can be it right here. Let me just grab a clamp for right there. And the other giant clamp over here. And let's just see what this would do. So the idea here is that I just put a little bit of an applique thing in the center of this piece of fabric, and I would want to fold this in half. Fold that applique right down the middle, and then this is what I'm saying is I think I'd want to trim this better. And actually, let's just do it, right? Let's just do it. That's what we're trying to do. Figure stuff out. So I'm gonna follow the line of the lace and just make a semi-eyeballed even border around the whole thing. See how I like that for an option. Okay. So now a page tab, right? What the heck is with this page? Oh, it's got a lot of stuff glued on it. That's what's with it. Anyways, so then page tab would go right like that. And that's actually very pretty. Now, let's fold another one in half and try something a little more. I'm going to fold it in quarters actually, so that I get both sides the same. And I'm going to try something a little more traditional. So page tabs are often just a rounded thing at the top and at the underside, and they go straight across like that ish. Something kind of like that, and then that sticks out from the page. Let's see how we like that. I think I don't. I think that's how I like it. I think not. Oh, okay, so I'm looking up at the screen, and that is actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I think I need to find a different page. This is proving awkward. That's why it's got a bunch of stuff on it. Let's find a page with an empty side. There we go. Let's try this page right here. And we gotta swoosh this stuff down. Hold on. Hold on. I need a squoosher. There we go. Okay, so this one looks like this and could stick out to whatever degree you want it to. And the first one looks like this. Could also stick out to whatever degree you want it to. Let's pull it down where there's no other tabs so I can see it better. Okay. I like it when it's cut to shape. That's neato. Neato, Frito. And then, is there anything we could do with the last one? I can't really think of a different idea. I mean, basically, we're still going to fold it in half. Wow, I didn't cut this one very well at all, did I? Look at how lopsided the fabric is. All right, so I can still fold it in half, and then, I don't know, what do we do with this one? Do we just, maybe, I don't know if this isn't really very different from the first one. Just a little more, a little less following of the lines, I guess. Okay, now let's see. Let's see. Okay, and let's see the last one. There we go. There we go. What do you think? I like all three of them, actually, and I'm surprised because I didn't think I would like the rectangle, rounded rectangle kind of one. But let's see what we ended up with at the end of tonight. So we ended up with a belly band that is very peacock-ish, and we ended up with a tag that is not exactly a finished product, but it does go very nicely. I mean, I think we need a pocket. And we ended up with these fabric page tabs that I believe are going to be for an upcoming project, but also very much go along with this stuff right here. Let's just open them up. They're not gonna sit folded right now. But yeah, there we go. That's what we ended up with for day 19 of Defemember. This is a long one, folks. If you hung out with me the whole time, thank you so much for doing so. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a question, and subscribe if you'd like to, because I'm hoping to continue to do this channel. It's proving kind of fun. I will see you tomorrow for, what day is tomorrow? Grunge and Snippet Strip. Awesome. I have some ideas for that. See you tomorrow.